Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Easy Learning. In last video, we have seen power sharing part 2. In that we have covered two topics, Majoritarianism in Sri Lanka and Accommodation in Belgium. Those who did not watch the last video, kindly go through the video for better understanding. Link is given in description. In this video, I'm going to cover the topic why power sharing is desirable and forms of power sharing. First, we can see the topic why power sharing is desirable. Two different sets of reason can be given to favor power sharing: prudential reason and moral reason. First, we can see prudential reason. Power sharing is good because it helps to reduce the possibility of conflict between social groups. You have seen that social conflicts often lead to violence and political instability. Power sharing is a good way to ensure the stability of political order. Imposing the will of majority community over others may look like an attractive option in the short run, but in the long run, it destroys the unity of the nation. Next, we can see moral reason, deeper reason. Why power sharing is good for democracies? Power sharing is the very spirit of democracy. Democracy means power sharing by all. The citizens of the country have the power to choose their government. The representatives are chosen by the citizens and sent to form the government. These representatives work in accordance with the demand and needs of their persons. These are the moral reasons of power sharing which are valuable to the system. Dear viewers, I hope now you have understood the topic why power sharing is desirable. Next, we can see the topic forms of power sharing. Let me ask you one question. How did the idea of power sharing emerge? Yes, you are right. Power sharing refers to the distribution of power among different groups in society. The idea of power sharing emerged as a response to the problem of ensuring stability and peace in societies that are characterized by diversity and differences. One basic principle of democracy is that people are the source of all political power. In a democracy, people rule themselves through institutions of self-government. In a democracy, government accept and respect all diverse groups and their views. Everyone have the right to voice out and shape public opinion. Therefore, in a democracy, political power should be distributed among as many citizens as possible. In modern democracies, power sharing arrangements can take many forms. Let's see some of the most common arrangements that we have come across. First one, power is shared among different organs of government. Already in previous video, we have seen different organs of the government. What are the organs of the government? Yes, legislature, executive and judiciary. Power sharing among different organs of government, we can also call this as horizontal distribution of power because it allows different organs of government placed at the same level to exercise or perform different powers. Such a separation ensures that none of the organs can exercise or enjoy unlimited power. Each organ checks the other. This results in a balance of power among various institutions such as legislature, executive and judiciary. In grade 9, you have studied that in our democracy, even though ministers and government officials exercise power, they are responsible to the parliament or state assemblies. Similarly, although judges are appointed by the executive, They check the functioning of executive or laws made by the legislature. This arrangement is called a system of checks and balances. I hope you have understood first point. Power is shared among different organs of government. Next we can see second point. Power can be shared among governments at different levels. What are the different levels of government? Yes, central or union government, state government and local self-government. A general government for the entire country is usually called federal government. The government at the provincial or regional level are called by different names in different countries. In India, we call them state governments. This system is not followed in all countries. There are many countries where there are no provincial or state government, like New Zealand, Sri Lanka, and China. But in those countries like ours, where there are different levels of government, the constitution clearly lays down the powers of different levels of government. This is what they did in Belgium, but was refused in Sri Lanka. This is called federal division of power. The same principle can be extended to levels of government lower than the state government like municipality and panchayat. Let's call power sharing among different levels as vertical division of power because of division of powers involving higher and lower levels of government. Next we can see third point. Power may also be shared among different social groups such as religious and linguistic groups. Linguistic group means a group of languages that share a common ancestral language. Example, Indo-Aryan group, which includes languages like Hindi, Bengali, Punjabi, and Gujarati. Then English. It is an Indo-European language and belongs to the West Germanic group of the Germanic language. Community government in Belgium is a good example for power sharing among different social groups. Just you can recall the Belgium elements of power sharing from previous video. In grade 9, you have studied the system of reserved constituencies in assemblies and parliament of our country. This type of arrangement is meant to give space in the government and administration to diverse social groups who otherwise would feel alienated from the government or feel separated from others. So, power sharing among different social groups give minority communities a fair share in power. Last point, that is fourth point, power sharing arrangements among political parties, pressure groups and movements. In a democracy, the citizen must have freedom to choose among various competitors for power. In present democracies, we can see lot of competition among different parties. Such competition ensures that power does not remain in one hand. In the long run, power is shared among different political parties that represent different ideologies and social groups. Sometimes this kind of sharing can be direct when two or more parties form an alliance to contest election. If their alliance is elected, they form a coalition government and share power. In a democracy, we find interest groups such as those of traders, businessmen, industrialists, farmers, and industrial workers. They also will have a share in governmental power either through participation in governmental committees or bringing influence on the decision making process. Dear viewers, we have completed Grade 10 Civics Chapter 1 Power Sharing full chapter through 3 videos. Kindly watch full videos to understand the concept. If you understand the concept, you will be able to answer all the questions related to the topic power sharing. If you want questions for practice, kindly comment in comment box. I'll share few questions which cover the entire concepts of this chapter power sharing. Thank you viewers for your encouragement and motivation. We can meet in next video. Until then, bye.